You aren't a very big guy at 5'8", 165, but you generated a lot of power yesterday. You got to 89 miles an hour here on the second day, and we worked on rotation first. And on the rotation, understand you do the bat on the hip drill, that we want to create a tremendous amount of rotation, a lot of twisting and torquing. And so as you lower and reach your head, your front foot ahead, on a lower reach your head, and then boom, snap your hips open. That rotation is a snap, and your hips will rotate 90 degrees. That's about all they'll rotate, from your belt buckle facing here to your belt buckle facing there. And you want to feel that's a snap. You have a little bit of a tendency to lunge through, most people do. So that's why if you keep that weight on the back foot as you step ahead with your stride, more of a reach and a little bit of counter rotation, and then boom, snap it ahead. If you get that good snap down, what that's going to do is turn your upper body, and you want your hips and upper body to turn together. That's going to turn your shoulders open. That's why we use the rotational trainer, but you've got that diagonal bat drill where you go behind your back. That's going to be one of your mainstays, right? Talking about then what do you do with your hands to get a perfect snap. And remember, we don't have a cutoff bat here, but we can just drill it in 3 parts. First part is you come down and your hips snap open. We want to stab the knob towards the bottom of the ball, right? And we get one motion together, which is a rotation, it's a tricep extension, and it's a side snap. So right here, boom, to the point of impact. Boom, to the point of impact, and our rotation leads that. Secondly, with the top hand. Top hand's going to be palm up, and this is going to stay palm up because we want to get an X snap into it with a rollover afterwards. If you roll into it, no good, as we learned. Top hand here, as you come around the rotation, there's an extension and a hammering sideways. Boom, snap right to the point of impact. And that's going to be really explosive too. But I think ultimately when you get down to it, you use both wrists together, and if you take the knob towards the ball, you can do it together. Boom! Hips and wrists snap together, and they bury the bat head into the ball, and you want to cut through the ball. When you look at the bottom of the ball, you realize that when you get to the ball, if you snap through, you're going to power through all the way around to the arc and get a nice finish. So I think ultimately when you get down here, working on the perfect snap, working on the rotation, if you just get into your stance and think baBOOM, we'll use the baBOOM because that combines all those elements together and you aren't overthinking it, right? And you've been very successful with that in the cage. And the jimmer stick too is great because it gives you all that weight, and you hit very good with the jimmer stick this morning and yesterday. When you get up here and you just think ba, and then if you really work on the snap, the 3 parts, the lead arm, the top arm, and then thinking about the snapping from the start, all have to be done at the start. From right here to impact is only about 1/7 of a second, probably a 1/5 of a second for the really faster hitters like Collins, Harvey, and Connell. But if you think to yourself, hey, I'm going to stab first towards the ball and then snap, it's going to be too late. You can't think. And you're an Army guy and a smart guy flying drones. Can you think in 1/7 of a second to do 3 things? No. So I would say today we go out here for the final exam. Take the knob towards the part of the ball you want to attack, which is the bottom half. You want to get under spin line drives and some home run power. And then just think to yourself, snap the hips open, boom. And at the same time, boom, snap the wrists together. Explode them both at the same time. All you have to think about then is really, if you say baBOOM, your hips are pretty much on autopilot. You can feel them lead the swing, but snap the hips and snap the wrists together as you're driving that knob towards the bottom of the ball. Does that sound like a winner?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Let's briefly follow your progress here. Here's the opening swings. Just a real golfing swing, not much hips into it. Hand path and knob don't go to the point of contact. You just golf it up, but the bat slide out ahead of you with the golfing motion. And really, if you watch a golfer, look at your hips in that. That looks exactly what you're doing, which makes your improvement on this even more impressive. Very, very nicely done. Again, here the hands do come back, but again, you'll see the same thing over and over and over every swing. Try to go to right field there, and you're just trying to lift it with the swing. So went to work here and just put the big pipe on you today. Try to get you to rotate there. You didn't drift ahead, great. Diagonal drill, awesome. It's going to be one of your trademarks. There's a perfect snap. Trying to get all 3 of those things like we talked earlier as fast as you can. Take the hand and the knob right to the bottom of the ball and try to cut through. If you want to hit something that's higher, you can go ahead and hit the top or middle of the ball to get a line drive, or to get even a ground ball if you have to. But you can use the same swing all the time, what makes it so great. Use a swing simulator, good rotation, pull snap to the inside, and then just to give you a feeling of point of contact hitting into the heavy bag. Finally, it just made you swing that heavy pipe all the way around just to get the feeling of doing it right. And then of course the jimmer stick, which is an awesome tool. It really magnifies every air. And then you look at what you did off the tee, was just absolutely phenomenal. Just a great looking cut swing, nice rotation, nice snap. Here's your final swings here. Look at how different that swing looks than before. A lot of cut swings, a lot of good line drives, exit speed vastly improved. Nice rhythm on there. Now to the ball. The one thing I think you could do is I think you get a little bit more stronger snap through. There you went back to the old golf swing. So only one or two of them in the whole session. Bam, right back with a home run. So you can make sure that top arm doesn't get weak. Make sure you stay powerful through it. Let's go ahead and enjoy some of the power show you put on at 5'6", 160 pounds. Very, very impressive and nicely done. Ball's out. Tell the middle camera what you just did.
The first one of the day, I was driving the hands and working on the snap.
That's way inside. Way out. Good ball. Look at that. Look at that. Make that 7. That's just a bomb, man. Look at that. That's 360. Crazy. 2 in a row. Good ball. And you feel that? That would have been a home run, except for because you feel you didn't snap all the way through with your top hand. So both hands have to drive and snap right through the bottom of the ball off that rotation. Slowing down a little bit on that. Look at that though. Still went on. That's a sign of when you start to get to be good power, and you should have it, your miss hits carry out. That's a long ways, man. Good ball. Look at that.
Trust it, don't golf it.
You kind of caught in between. You gotta trust. You can swing down on a low. Next low ball, you get trust. You can swing down and snap through it. Good ball. Look at that. Woo! I one hopped in the corn. That's we're quitting on that. I one hopped in the corn. Tell the middle camera. Tell the last one hopped in the corn. There's about 375 feet. Tell the camera what you did and what you adjusted.
I still feel like I got lucky, kid. So last ball we ended on a good one. One bounced into the cornfield. Again, pretty decent angle of exit there. Just worried about baBOOM, driving the hands, doing the snap.